Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to FlexLex Yoga, and today I have a pretty good flow for you, so let's get right into it. Alright, take your yoga block and let's put it right at the end of our tailbone so we can sit up with a nice straight back. We're going to start with some deep breathing to center yourself, because whatever you got going on out there, we're just going to let it go. This is your time. So let's start with your right hand on your chest and your left hand on your stomach, and we're just going to take a couple breaths to really center ourselves here. Make sure that your shoulders are away from your ears and relaxed, you guys. We are just going to get right into this, and whatever confusion you got going on outside, throw it all away. Let it go. This is your time. This is a perfect time to do a body scan, just making sure that you're not holding any tension. Okay guys, so you can start to open your eyes, and we are going to bring our arms up and catch a positive thought that you are going to use to lead today's practice. We're going to start with a couple neck rolls to the left. And let's reverse to the right. Okay, let's just shake our head yes, and shake our head no. Inhale your arms up, and exhale your left arm to your right knee. We're going to take a twist. Inhale your arms up, and exhale your right arm to your left knee for the opposite twist. Inhale your arms up, and let's come down to the center. We're going to remove the yoga block and get into our cat-cow. Okay, so inhale for cat, exhale for cow. We're going to engage our calves this time by pressing down with our feet instead of having the back of our feet on the floor. This is going to help warm us up for our downward dog and stretch out our calves. If you guys feel comfortable, you can add movement into this. So come forward with inhale, push back for exhale. Come forward for cat, push back for cow. Move with your breath here. You can go as slow or as fast as you'd like. Now we're going to take a couple circles here, so draw a big circle with your belly button. And reverse directions. Okay, push back into child's pose. Okay, we're going to stretch out our sides, so sit on your left heel and walk your arms to the right. Inhale, exhale. And we're going to sit on the right heel and walk your arms to the left and reach. Switch sides. And switch. Exhale the tension out of your muscles. Let's come to the center for child's pose. Up into tabletop position and transferring to plank. Make sure you bring your belly button to spine and keep your butt down. Your gaze should be slightly above your hands. We're getting ready to push back into our first downward dog. So nice and slightly push back. We're gonna walk out our legs a little bit just to loosen everything up. If you are really tight, you can keep your knees bent. Remember, this is for you. We're not putting stress on ourselves. We're relaxing and warming up ourselves. Okay, so make sure your hands are grounded. Lift your right leg, bend at your knee. We're going to do some knee circles. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend and bring that toe to the opposite heel. This is pretty intense, so make sure you're breathing. And bring it back up for 5 more hip circles. 3, 2, 1. And place it down. We're going to come into plank. And we're going to come into a left-handed side plank. Keep both feet on the ground. This is going to get our arm strength up. We are trying to grow here, guys. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and really pull that core in. Rotate that wrist while you're up there and bring it down. We're going to push back into a wide-legged child's pose. Up into plank, and we're going to push back into downward dog. Let's walk it out, and we're going to get ready to stretch out the other side. Don't be scared to get a bend in those knees and push those heels down to the floor. Extend your left leg and bend at the knee. Let's go into our hip circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend and bring the toe to heel. Extend and bend for rotation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's come into side plank on the other side with your right arm down, left comes up. Let's rotate that wrist while it's up there. Keep your core tight. Alright, come back to plank, bend those knees, and push back into child's pose. Let's widen those knees and push back into child's pose. Come up into plank, push back into downward dog. We're going to take our first chaturanga, so knees, chest, chin. And we're going to take a twist, so look over your right shoulder and look over your left shoulder. And we're going to continue to kind of move with your breath. And push back into child's pose. Okay, we're going to come into warrior pose. So, come into downward dog, extend your right leg and take a big step in between your hands. Try to make sure your heels are aligned with each other and your knee isn't going over your toe. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears and keep your arms nice and strong. Going to come into our reverse warrior. So bring your right arm up, keeping your gaze up and your heart open, and drop your left hand down to your left calf. On your exhale, let's move into triangle pose. So push your left hip back and extend your right leg, bringing your right hand to the mat and lifting your left hand up to the sky. Moving back into warrior one to wake up our quads. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Gonna count down from 5, 3, 2, 1. Exhale into reverse warrior. Push back into triangle. Pivot the back leg, bring both hands to the floor and come down into a plank. Push back into downward dog. Walk out those knees. Extend the left leg, bend. Take a big step in between your hands. We're going to move to the other side. Make sure your heels are aligned. Take this time to adjust and relax your shoulders into this pose. Big inhale and exhale into reverse warrior. Keep your gaze up. And come forward and push back into triangle pose. And come up into warrior pose. Let's wake up that other side. Inhale, push back. Exhale, bend. Inhale, push back. Exhale, bend. Move with your breath. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Okay, let's bring those hands to the front of the mat. Pivot the back foot. Step back with the left into downward dog. Walk out those knees. Really drive those heels into the ground. Make sure you're breathing. Let's walk up to the middle of the mat into a forward fold. If this is too intense for you, you can grab a yoga block to lean on. You can put it sideways or long ways, however stretched out you are or however tight you are. You want to be relaxed. You do not want to be straining in this forward fold. For this sequence, you can keep the blocks right here in front of you. I'm going to move them off to the side because I'm feeling pretty stretchy. So keep the weight in your butt and sit back into chair pose. Push up and open. Swan dive forward. You can use your yoga blocks here. Again, sit back into chair. Push up. Good morning. Swan dive forward. Inhale, chair. Exhale, push up. Inhale, exhale, swan dive forward. Good. Let's just roll out our neck a little bit. Really relax that spine. Take the tension that's in your lower back or in your shoulders and just shake it out. Let that neck hang and really relax. We tend to hold a lot of tension in our necks and our upper shoulders, so just give yourself a nice hang here and walk out if you need to. Listen to your body. Always remember to listen to your body. Okay, let's just walk our hands out forward and to push back into downward dog and come into plank when you're ready. Come down to chaturanga, knees, chest, chin, up into cobra, exhale, and we're just going to take a twist here. Nice and relaxed. And exhale, push back into child's pose. Inhale up, push back into downward dog. Coming into our three-legged dog, extending your right leg, bend at the knee, bring it to the chest for 5. Extend, 4. Push back, extend, 3. Push back, extend, 2. Push back, extend, 1. Bring that right leg over your left like a figure 4. Push back into downward dog. And we're going to come forward into pigeon. This is a nice transition. This is pretty intense too, but you guys got it. If you need a yoga block here, this is a good time to get comfortable and place it underneath that right thigh, right butt cheek, and just relax into this pose. Remember to be keeping your hips squared. You can sit up if you'd like to try a little variation of this stretch. This would be a little intense as well, so it's up to you and how you're feeling. This is just where to put the yoga block if you guys forgot from the last video. This is what's going to help ease some of that tension. Alright, let's get ready to push back into our three-legged downward dog. Very good. Come forward, extend, and bring it back down. We're going to move on to the other side now. Walk out those knees a little bit, and let's lift the left leg. Bend at the knee, and swoop it through for 5. Push back, extend. 4. Push back, extend. 3. Push back, extend. 2. Push back, extend. And 1. Good job, guys. And swoop it in for the figure 4 in our three-legged downward dog. Good. Push back. Come forward into pigeon. And let's get comfortable here. Remember to use your yoga block if you need it. Take a couple deep breaths and come down. Make sure you relax your shoulders. Get comfortable into this. You can even put a yoga block under your head if you need to be more lifted. We often have one side that's more flexible than the other, so maybe you need the yoga block on the other side but not this side, or maybe vice versa. Just remember to listen to your body. And you can try sitting up on this like you did if you did do it for the other side. Try dropping the head back, keeping your shoulders straight but also away from your ears. Okay, we're going to set up for our three-legged dog. So lift, push back into downward dog, come forward, tuck the knee, and back into downward dog. Walk out those legs and come up to the middle of the mat. And let's set up for our dives. If you need the yoga blocks here, remember to add them. Unless you're feeling pretty warm, then you don't need them. Rub out the back of those legs if they're still feeling a little tight. We're going to inhale, arms up, sit back into chair pose. Exhale, push up, open up. Exhale, come down, swan dive forward. Again, inhale, sit back into chair. Exhale, open up. Inhale, exhale, swoop down into swan dive. Let the head hang heavy, and we're just going to walk our hands over to the left and walk our hands back over to the right. Again, and walk back over to the right. Walk back to the left, back to the right, and come into the center. You can step or jump back into a plank. Ground yourself, come into chaturanga, knees, chest, chin, up into cobra. Keep those shoulders away from your ears. Push back into child's pose. We're going to come up into tabletop for a little bit of threading the needle through. We're going to start with our right hand. So inhale, reach your right hand up. Exhale, swoop it through. Allow that shoulder to lay on the ground if you can. If it doesn't hurt your neck, look forward. If not, you can keep your head tilted to the side. Okay, switching to other side. So bring that left arm up, rotate the wrist and swoop it through. Good. And walk that right hand up. You can look sideways or bring your gaze forward if you can. This is going to add more of a stretch in your shoulder and your neck. Okay, let's release. Open up that chest and come into tabletop. We're going to sit on our mat now. So nice transition here. Remember, bring your arms up, engage your core to lay back down. We're going to do a couple of bridges. So to warm up, let's just lift the pelvis up nice and high. Squeeze those glutes and come down. Readjust, make sure your feet are straight and up. Good, let's bring the arms up. Make sure you're putting your weight on your shoulders and not your neck. We're going to interlock those fingers and press them up to the ceiling. Remember to keep those glutes squeezed in. Good, release and come down. Okay, now we're setting up for our bridge. So lift up that pelvis, interlock the arms underneath your back, come up onto those shoulders, keep your gaze straight. You can come up onto your toes if you'd like, or you can just walk your toes, whatever feels good to you. Just remember to keep those glutes tight and engage your fingers that are locked. Nice straight arms, and just breathe here. Okay, release those fingers. Move the shoulders out of the place and come down. Walk your feet a little further out in front of you and sit up. And that was pretty good, guys. I'm going to fix my mat. You can use a block here. We're going to get into our meditation for the last couple minutes of this video. So right underneath your tailbone or a blanket, it doesn't matter, just to really tilt that tailbone forward and align your spine as we do this. So you can put your arms anywhere. You can have them on your knees. You can have one on your stomach, one on your heart, as if we did in the beginning. And let's just roll our necks out a little bit. Do whatever feels good here. Rotate your shoulders if you want. Take a couple deep breaths. Shake your head no, shake your head yes. We're just cooling down. So let's take our right arm and place it over our heart and our left over our stomach. Make sure your shoulders are back and down. And thank yourself for this time that you have completed. So congratulations on your you time. And let's just drift into some meditation here. Again, here is a good time to do a body scan, making sure your shoulders are relaxed and your jaw isn't clenched tight to the roof of your mouth. Allow your tongue to relax. Focus on your breathing, or maybe have your eyes open and gaze on something. Okay guys, let's just bring back some awareness. You can start to wiggle your fingers. Open your eyes when you're ready. Just gonna slowly come out of this meditation. You guys did great today. Today was a little bit of a sweat fest, so might be feeling it tomorrow. But thank you for joining in to Flex Lex Yoga. Make sure you like and subscribe and share it if you want to. And I will see you guys on the mat next time. I am looking forward to the future. Namaste. Bye.